Hey everybody, how's it going? Just checking here. It looks like my internet is acting up again. Oh, you gotta love it, don't you? So let me just make sure that everything is good to go. If you're joining me live, let me know if you can hear me okay. All right, let's get going. So happy Tuesday. You know, I jump on here every Tuesday. I try to either share a tech tip with you or some kind of an email marketing, online marketing, funnels, you name it, anything to help you build your business, help you build those systems in your business so that you can create that dream business, right? That's why we're all doing this. And we don't want to have to work 50, 60, 70 hours a week. So today I wanted to talk about strategic email marketing. The first thing, of course, we have to start building our list. And if you have a small list, you know, anybody that comes onto the list, that's great. But after a while, you'll start getting, I call it, different levels of people on your list. So in the marketing world, they call it the cold, warm, and hot list. And what does that mean? Somebody that cold on your list, it just means that maybe you had a freebie, they grabbed the freebie, they've never even heard of you before, and they may or may not even open your emails. So that would be a cold list. And the whole point of doing email marketing, of course, is you want to build a list and you want to start nurturing these people that's on your list. You want to warm them up because hopefully you have that golden solution that they need. All of us have different problems with our online business or our personal life, our family, our kids, whatever it is. And so people were first attracted to you for something. Somehow they got onto your list, right? So give me a thumbs up or a heart if that makes sense what I'm saying. So when you bring people onto your list, they're either cold, warm, or hot. In addition to that, you also have, you can start segmenting your list in the sense of based on what they're interested in. So you might have a lot of warm people on your list, people that need your services, but they might not need the whole buffet of services. All right. So I offered marketing services. I build funnels for people, but I also teach. I have a small group program that I teach people how to build the foundation for their business. So some people are definitely hands-on. They want to learn everything that they can. They want to build it themselves, and maybe that's the best price for them. So those people have a very specific interest or a need, and I just happen to have a specific product for them. Take the reverse. Somebody that maybe I built their funnels for, they hate tech. They don't even want to touch it. So they would never want to jump in and take a 10-week like mastermind group program with me, learning all the ins and outs of the marketing programs. It's just not their cup of tea. So why would I want to send them emails talking about that particular topic or even promoting that product to them? Right? So is that making sense? And if you're watching on replay, make sure that you let me know that you watched it on replay and that it's making sense. So when I talk about strategic marketing, you know, think of it like spending your dime or spending your dollar. You don't want to waste it like just sending out email blasts to everybody under the sun, because what's going to happen if somebody opens your email and they don't get value out of it, they're going to stop opening your email. So I want you to think about that as you're curating your communication with people online. think about, okay, is this a general type of email that will deliver some value that everybody could benefit from? Or is it something that maybe just those particular people need and want? Now, how do you know what people need or want? Part of that is as you get to know people, as you get to nurture them, and based on what you offer. So if you have some lead magnets, hopefully you've got some automations running in the background, and so you would tag those people based on what that lead magnet was. And as you're building out your entire funnel, so to speak, to market to your ideal clients, you'll want to think about creating specific lead magnets so that you can target specific products basically in your product ladder. So if somebody, one of my free lead magnets is, can't even remember what it's called, but basically it's a funnel cheat sheet that helps you figure out how to create the pieces in your funnel. Well, the people that would download that are the people that are more hands-on, right? They're interested themselves in building their own funnel versus maybe somebody that, again, hands-off approach, they're more interested in, okay, how do I find somebody that could build a good funnel, things like that. All right, does that make sense what I'm saying? So what I want to show you is, and if you're new here, you know that I support Funnel Gorgeous or Go HighLevel. It's an all-in-one marketing product, and then also Kartra. Love both of those products. I support both of them based on my clients. I've got clients in both. But I want to show you some really cool tricks, so to speak, so that you can segment your audience so that it makes it super easy. So I'm going to share my screen here. And the first thing that I'm going to share is within Funnel Gorgeous. And what I'm going to be showing you is what's called Smart Lists. And if you're not using Smart List, hopefully after today's training session, you'll hop over there and create some, because it's super easy to set this up. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, and let me move this guy out of the way so I'm not seeing double. So we are looking inside of Funnel Gorgeous. And again, Go HighLevel is the back-end program, so whichever one that you're on. And over here on the left, if you scroll down, you have something called Contacts Smart Lists. So let's just click on that. And when you first bring this up here in the kind of the top left here, it says all. So this is showing everybody that's, and you can change how many records are displayed, showing everybody in this little database of what you have. Then you'll notice I actually have a couple of other little tabs. They don't look like tabs, but they are where I have created some smart list. So let's do this. First, I'm going to click here where it says a quick search. And let me just type in Deb, D-E-B. You'll see that I'm in here quite a few times, all of my little test records, okay? So you can just search, quickly search, and find somebody that's in your database, all right? I'm going to back out that for a second. If I come over here and I just click on more filters, then based on how big your screen size is, opens up over here on the right. And this is a place where we can add more filters. And when I just click in that little blank spot there, there's all kinds of things. All of these are basically different field identifiers for each person, each contact. Now, if you know anything about databases, these are all of the different records in a database file. Now, what I want you to look at specifically is I'm going to scroll all the way down till I come to tag. Now, if you're not tagging people, you need to reach out to me, because this is the #1 thing you need to do for your list. Whichever program you use, there's a way of tagging your people. And within Funnel Gorgeous, the options are that the tag is not empty, the tag is empty. So this would be a good way to kind of clean up your list, search for everyone that's empty, and then start adding tags to it. Or the is. So I'm going to look for everyone that has a specific tag. So it's clicked on is, and then if you click the little drop down, now here are all of the different tags that I have set up. Now, one really important one, if you do any kind of program launch, here's one that's called abandoned cart. So somebody that got halfway through your process, halfway through the buying process, and then they abandoned the cart. How powerful is it to create a smart list and then actively market just those people? Hey, I wanted to give you another option to purchase the XYZ program, things like that, right? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments and give me a little heart if this is making sense and if you like it, all right? All right, so let me see here. I'm just trying to find something. Let me just pick, I'm going to use a tag here. I don't think I've created one here. This was a little beta program, funnel version program that I ran, and I have a tag called beta. So I'm just going to click on that. And now I've got a list of 4 people here that fit that criteria, right? Now, what I can do is if I click the plus sign, I can give it a title. So I'm going to erase where it says all, and I'm just going to say FV beta group. Okay. And then I'm going to save it. All right. And now, why did it save it? Okay, well, we'll see here. I might have to get out of the contacts and get back in. So now I'm going to come back over here to the top. I'm just going to X out of my filters, and I'm just going to come back over here to all. All right, so hold on a second. My filters, I've got to clear all my filters, and now let me just come back here to all. Now, in a perfect world, my new smart list should show up here. Let me try refreshing. Within Funnel Gorgeous, I've noticed that sometimes when you add a contact, it's almost like it's a delayed. So you have to refresh the screen to get it to show up. So we will wait and see if this has updated itself. And my internet, of course, is very slow, and my computer is very slow also. So we will just wait and see here. Nothing like doing things live and then your computer doesn't cooperate, or your internet. It's slowly coming up. And now if you notice up here at the top, here is this new little smart list, my funnel version beta group. And then I've got a couple other smart lists over there too. Now, the real power in this, pay attention, come back if you've started to do something else for a second. Once you create a smart list, that smart list will grow on its own based on what that criteria is. So let me repeat that. So I created the smart list, and this smart list got created anytime somebody has the tag, the FV beta tag. So in the future, if I put something else out there and somebody signs up and I have the automation going in the background that tags them, guess what? It will automatically put them in this beta group smart list. So once I have that set up, I never have to worry about it again. And so maybe I'm doing some weekly mailings to this particular group, and I've got a workflow set up that if people opt in for something, then they automatically get that tag, then they automatically get added to this smart list. And then I just send out my weekly emails or whatever it is, and I don't have to hunt and peck and try to find all those people. Now, is that powerful or what? So again, if you're watching this on replay, let me know if this makes sense to you. I want you to really understand what a time saver this is. And again, going back to cultivating and warming up your leads and doing strategic email marketing so that when you're sending specific emails, it's hitting the right audience. I just love smart lists, super quick, super easy to do. So again, to recap, when you're in your contacts and you click on more filters, then over here to the right, you set whatever filter that you want, and then you just save it and you give it a name. And again, you might have to get all the way out of your contacts and then come back, and then there you are. You've got that group. So that's in Funnel Gorgeous, Funnels, or Go High Level. Now let me switch screens here and show you in Kartra. Kartra works differently, but the concept is still the same. So when you have your leads, you always want to assign them to a list, and then you can assign them different tags. Okay, so when you have a tag assigned to them, the same thing. So here's a tag, an abandoned tag here. When I go to send out my communications under broadcast, and we'll wait for my computer to catch up with me again. Then when I go to create the broadcast, I'm not going to go through all the steps here. I just simply tell it, who do I want to send that to? And I select whatever the tag is. So it's the same concept. I just don't see the list. Now I can search on all of my leads, and I can do a quick search if I just wanted to see everybody that had a particular tag. I can do that also, but the concept is the same. So when you create your communications, when you're sending out emails or broadcast emails, and you want to narrow down who you're sending it to, super easy to do. So what's the foundation or the base? Let me stop sharing my screen here. The foundation is tagging. Okay, so make sure that when you're creating your list, when people are coming in, that you have people tagged appropriately. And then I want you to think about what's the best way to continue to nurture people based on what their needs are. So if you kind of divide up your list and be thinking about what kinds of either lead magnets or low-priced items that you can offer to each one of these groups, then it just makes your job a lot easier, because when you're marketing to them, you're marketing very specific information, just what they want to hear. So that's it today. That's what I had to share with you. If you've watched all the way to the end, please make sure that you let me know what was your favorite takeaway of this. If you happen to catch this over on YouTube, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And I will see you on the next Tech Tuesday. Take care.